And that's where we connect the universal truths. We're starting the live now. Welcome to this edition of Purpose Agenda Live. And tonight, today, whatever time frame it is that you're watching this, we have a special edition, a special experience brought to you by the request of Awesome Brooke, Batman. So, Brooke, do you want to
Legal name.
introduce yourself to the group and maybe explain your request a bit?
Sure. I'm Brooke. I am Batman, as you said. Awesome Brooke, legal name, perfect. I was at a reunion and I we float up and down the river and we were going up to float down it and I stepped on a very slippy rock and I didn't have my river shoes on and I fell hard, hard and fast. And my whole left side of my body is pretty banged up, but my toe, I definitely broke one, if not two, down there, and it's pretty
in
bruised up.
in fact,
And
for
I
those of you who've never seen what a broken toe looks like, I will show you.
there it is.
Let's see, let's see. There we go. I'm prepared, kinda. There we go.
There we go.
Is this
That's my
your first broken toe, Brooke?
no, no,
No.
no, not by
Okay.
far. But it's spread into the other two are really bruised now. The next two toes have really bruised into it as well in the past few days. But it is my first broken toe since I've really understood energy work and really been into energy work and gone, okay, because I have a lot of pain from my past that hung on, and I know now that I don't need that to happen in my body. And so I reached out to Thomas and said, hey, can I ask for, now that I got some people in these groups who this could be done, can we do this?
What do you
Yeah.
want? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for. Well, like I guess Thomas put it in the group, or Dr. Tom, um,
Thomas,
unblocking of
Thomas, Tom.
anything,
I,
unblocking of anything that is clogged, that is stopping it, any energy blocks, any. I know so many things are also what holds on to them is even past beliefs and different things in different areas. And I know I've actually broken these toes before. Um, and so I do think that different flows and different energy can absolutely help with bruising, can help with the speed of healing, can help with all these things. And so often I'll do it on my own self, but this one was like, it's just been like intense. And I felt very strong to ask and see if.
Well, heads up. So September, almost a year ago, I broke C1 and C2 in my neck. I had a TBI. I broke my nose and my collarbone, my wrist, and I did something to my meniscus in my knee on a four-wheeler wreck.
Oh, those are bad.
So yeah. Um. So I understand. Um. They wanted to do surgeries and this and that, and I haven't had any of those.
Yeah. And
So
I have lots of other things in my body where it's the same thing, where I used to get 200 shots every couple months to keep my body moving. And it was so much that they, all the things they wanted to do, the different surgeries on my arm, my elbow, just different things that in the past few years, I've just stopped seeing any doctors in that area. Not that you can't see doctors, but I've found that there's a better way to heal that is way more natural. Your
well,
body is amazing.
your body is amazing. It knows how to heal when you're hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to give it the right nutrients. You have to have the right mindset. You have to put
Mm-hmm.
yourself in the right area. Um, so there's lots of things. So it's a learning curve. Whether you're going to heal your body or you're going to heal your mind, it all actually goes into the same spot. If you have the right mindset to heal your body, your mind will take your blood cells and all that stuff and teach it like, hey, I'm hurt here, and then let's heal it. We're not going to stay stuck in this spot, you know. So I'm kind of more of the financial guy, I think. But
Well,
so
actually, Josh, Josh and I, we only talk when we go on these podcasts. So Josh just basically, in much more simple terms, gave you a preview of what I'm about to say. So let's set the tone. And we're actually, what Brooke's requesting for her toes applies to any physical ailment you have, whether it's cancer, diabetes, brain tumors, what have you. And it also applies to your financial situation. It also applies to your connection with God, source, light, consciousness. It also applies to your relationship status. Any area in your life that doesn't feel the way you desire it to, which is your true self alignment, this is going to be a very similar process. And as Josh was saying, it's completely allowing the body, and Brooke, you were saying this as well, it's allowing the body to do what the body does. So I don't even like the word healing. I like removing resistance or releasing resistance so true health consciousness can flow. So I want to get that out of the way. I wrote healing because everyone, you're healed. Healing to me is like recovering, being a recovering addict. It's a bunch of BS, belief systems. It's moving what's blocking your truth out of the way and letting true source flow, consciousness, do its thing, and it will. So, first thing, everything is energy. Can we all agree on that? Everything's energy. Yeah, everyone agree? So as long as you can believe that, this will work for you. So let's take that a step down and say everything that's energy works on an energetic operating system. Follow certain rules, certain laws of energy. Pretty simple so far. So classical physics explains force equals mass times acceleration.
no, I think that too much, Tom, because
that?
I agree with you. Everything is in your energy except maybe consciousness, because we have to be conscious on the energy that we are being conscious on. Because if we're going to give ourselves to one set or another, that is the energy that's going to take over. The pus.
It's consciousness energy.
Okay, there we go.
And I would even say that God, however you, and by the way, believe any God you want, believe in any name for God as you like. God is the ultimate source of energy as we define them in traditional Western thoughts and religions. So whatever God energy is coming down, it goes through consciousness, and in consciousness is the link of energy between God's source light and our mind and body. Consciousness is that. So it's all an energy vibration. So when we say raise your awareness, that's your mind expanding its awareness to be more conscious, more aware of other forms of energy besides the physical. So what we're going to do is, and my favorite thing in the world and why I study quantum metaphysics is the non-physical energy that we can't see, that quantum mechanics and quantum researchers and scientists are so into, and that's consciousness. Because the thing about quantum mechanics, it follows certain rules until consciousness gets involved, and then the consciousness directs quantum mechanics. Same with our body.
Yeah. So your mind can tell your body to heal. Your mind could say, I'm going to be in a good mood, a bad mood. I'm going to make money. I'm not going to make money. It's the mind that's stopping. If you follow the laws of quantum physics, then there's nothing that can stop it from happening.
And that's our normal way like that's the thing, is when it's not doing that, we're in our own way. There's we're blocking it somehow, the physical, the different beliefs. Like if we were really to truly function as we could, we would function amazingly. It's those belief systems and those things that stop the energy in our body from doing what it naturally would do, which is work wonderfully and heal itself quickly and swiftly and this and that. And it's us and our beliefs that stop it from functioning at that amazing level.
Here's the thing. Here's the big paradox in the human predicament. We have 3 pounds of wet matter, our brain, that's causing all of our problems, and it's also the solution out of it. That's why when people go on ayahuasca or psilocybin trips, they have this awakening awareness. It shuts down the part of the thinking brain that filters out the unknown, the unfamiliar, and they're able to experience. That's why the near-death experiences where the brain stops for a bit, they say, "Oh my!" They come back and they're healed. Like, those are amazing because for that period of time, they were directly connected to source consciousness. And it's amazing to me that our thinking brain and mind, that 3 pounds of wet matter, is all that's separating us from direct source connection. But we need it to function in the physical experience. So it's a fun little loop we're in.
Man, I got to disagree just a little bit, because I do think there has to be a higher power, or even maybe our subconscious, can move and go through space and time. And, like, maybe it's our future self that says this is a bad idea because it already knows what's going to happen. Right. So I think the more we are aware within what we're trying into our brain, then we have the decision to make
Yeah, I don't
that.
think you're disagreeing with me at all.
Huh?
I don't think you're disagreeing at all. I think you're confirming that, yeah, we can use our brain to actually translate these higher streams of information we're getting through intuition and through source intelligence. And we get the download. So we're either streaming into our brain past programs from past memories, the same thoughts we've always thought, or we're directing our attention to the present moment, whatever we're currently doing, or with expanded consciousness awareness, we're receiving insights, downloads, and intuitions from what you just described, Josh, source intelligence.
Or future self, where
And exactly
there's a
future
version
self.
of me that lives and knows and has gone through this and knows it's going to be okay. And there's things where I've done where I've turned to my past self and reassured her that, hey, like when I've done my trauma healing, I've lived an active life, as you, a lot of back injuries and concussions and things. And as I've worked through them with my back injury, it's like I remembered I felt falling from that jump, all those things again. But instead, I comforted myself. I held myself and went, you're going to be okay. This is scary. You think that when you see your bruises tomorrow, you're going to think you're never going to heal. You are. You're going to be okay. And I've comforted my past self in those moments, and part of that released again from those injuries, where it no longer held that tension, that fear of, I don't know how this is going to be. And I guarantee there's a future self of me that's doing that right now with me, going, you're going to be all right with this and with that. So
Yeah,
absolutely, Josh, I agree with that too.
and then that's a mindset that you're turning right now. That is putting that in motion, right? Because you could have the same whole other, way to go with it, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I broke my freaking pinky toe, and I need pain meds, and I'm gonna become a fucking crackhead living out on the street. Like,
it's all these micro little decisions each moment.
Oh my gosh.
Of which one we bring into that moment, and it can take us in completely different.
Which one we let process, and if we start processing the best ones, and we're all going to make mistakes, it's easier to go in that direction all the time.
Yep.
Okay, you guys 100% correct. I love it. And I'm going to show you, Brooke, and everyone watching this, some applicable physical tools to actually align and release resistance, and open up source consciousness flow. That way, you can heal a toe, or you can heal a heart, you can heal a heartbreak, you can heal your consistent habitual behavior of self-sabotage. It works for everything, but we're going to focus on your toe. And the first thing is what Brooke said in quantum terms. She spoke about there's a version of her, a quantum potentiality that already exists that doesn't have the broken toe, that doesn't have any physical ailments, that is just aligned with her true, healthy source self. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to strengthen the connection between Brooke, myself, Josh, and whoever else wants to participate with our healthy, our true source self healthiness. And we have a true source self for abundance, a true source self for love and relationship. So, number one, consciousness is the healer. Consciousness is the energy, the bridge between non-physical and physical. So expanding consciousness means we become aware that we're more than our physical bodies and our minds. And like what Josh was referring to, that we can access higher realms, different sources of intelligence. And that's what we're going to do first. So, first one, consciousness is the healer, and aligning with the version of ourselves that is flowing with health already exists. Next is, it's not about fixing or healing the broken toe. It's about removing the resistance that stops us from aligning with a version of you that doesn't have that. In fact, the version of you that doesn't accidentally stub her toe.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
We'll follow along, and if it doesn't vibe, you can tell me the part of it that doesn't vibe with you, and by golly, we'll dig into it. And no one has to agree. And for anyone watching, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. This is my perspective and experience. And
this is why we talk, right?
right.
Yeah.
All right. So, but before you disagree, you definitely need to participate and find out that you truly disagree. Okay. First things first, your beliefs are energetic operating systems. And Josh, I know you agree with this because you were saying it earlier. What we believe is what has power. So believing that you are consciousness energy and that you have access to a version of you that's totally healthy. You have access to health right now. If we can believe that to start things off, then we're good to go. Yeah? Well, how about you don't say anything until we're done, and then you can express all of your disbeliefs, and I can explain it to you. Sound fair enough?
Let's do that.
Because you already said that you believe that beliefs matter.
100%, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Beliefs matter. And what we believe and what we pay attention to turns into matter. Eventually, if it's aligned. All right. So we are going to bring in source energy, and we're going to direct it. Whenever you're doing anything with the physical body, brain-heart coherence is a must. So establishing brain-heart coherence is going to speed this up and make the connection better. So let's do that first. Hand on your heart, and for heart coherence breath, it's going to be 5 counts in, 5 counts out. 5 counts in, 5 counts out, and you're thinking about breathing conscious energy into your heart, because our breath is more than oxygen and hydrogen. It's consciousness itself. It's the energy of consciousness. So we're intentionally breathing it in through our nose, into our heart, and then exhaling it. And as we exhale it, we're exhaling love, reverence, and sharing health and reverence and love with the world. So we're circulating consciousness. So let's breathe it into our heart. And direct your attention, which is how we direct consciousness energy, to your heart. Five counts in, 5 counts out. Just like we circulate money, right now we're circulating consciousness energy. Do a couple more. And this also regulates your nervous system, hence the brain heart coherence. And if you're good at envisioning, I like to envision the light of consciousness coming into my heart and the light of it expanding as I exhale. It's not necessary. You'll get coherence just from the breath. But if you can envision, if you choose to envision, it's helpful. Now visualize every time you breathe in, there's this ball of consciousness. It's light, it's energy, it's however you form it in your mind's movie theater. That's what we're going to play with. And if you could envision it and feel it in your heart in each inhale, because these are intentional consciousness breaths. Each inhale grows that light. So now you're directing all of your attention to this one thing, consciousness breathing. If other thoughts come, no problem. Just let them float like clouds. So right now, intention's all directed to this energy. Now we're going to direct it. Your hands direct energy. So if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them for a bit. You're going to touch your pointer and your middle finger to your thumb and leave the other fingers extended. You're going to place it on your lap, or on your thighs, with your palms up. These are the directors of attention directors, and this is how you can direct your consciousness energy. Take one more really deep inhale through your nose. Hold for 5. And exhale for 5. Let your shoulders drop. And let your breathing take its natural rhythm. Feel that energy that is in your heart. Feel it go down to your hands and fingers. And if you are aligning with this consciousness energy without thoughts blocking it, you'll feel a tingle in your fingers. This tingle is the consciousness in the cells. Now, in Brooke's case, we're going to follow the rhythm of the breath. And on the exhale, we're going to direct that consciousness ball of energy to our toes. And where our attention goes, the energy flows. This is never more true. Specifically, the toes that have healthy resistance. And as we direct the energy, we're simply clearing space for conscious energy to flow. That's it. We're not labeling it as hurt. We're not labeling it as broken. We're not labeling it as healed. We're not using any labels. We're feeling the consciousness energy in the toes. and keep it there. I'm envisioning mine just circling around, stopping. It's kind of doing a little happy, flowy, dancey type movement. And it's happy to be of service. Like, just waiting for you to tell me where to go. If you catch yourself drifting into thought, saying, "Oh, is this working? Oh, what's going on?" Just ask, who's thinking that? I am. Who am I? Am I aware? And that will shift you right back to awareness of consciousness. Because we want your mind on the team. And the longer the attention stays directed to that area, the more consciousness gets to flow. You can do this several times a day without expectation, without attaching to how it's going to work and how you're going to feel after, just letting it flow. It's all flow, no force. And if you're watching this or the replay and you have a hurt knee or a stomach ache or a headache, you would direct your attention to that same place. You can also use the same technique for a whole body scan. Your body loves attention. Your body loves it. Every cell loves it. It vibrates with resonance, health, and vitality when we direct attention to it in this way. Not labeling it as hurt, broken, healthy, or unhealthy, but just sending it consciousness attention, which is synonymous with love, which is synonymous with reverence. But don't let the words get in the way. This is a complete non-thinking experience. So for the next minute, I'm going to stop talking because I'm sure my talking stimulates thought. I invite everyone to use your mind in conjunction with consciousness to either scan consciousness throughout your body or to one specific area. Awareness check. Where is your attention? My attention is on Brooke's toe. When you have entanglement and connection, it's entirely possible to help someone else release resistance and open up pathways for source, true self, health. Now, if we did this all night, it would be even more effective. But when you're ready, take a deep breath. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate every cell in this body. I appreciate source consciousness. I appreciate the connection to all things. And I love that I can direct my attention through consciousness to align my body with the version of me that feels best. Thank you. When you're ready, rub your hands together, rub your face, rub your ears, right there. Oh, we're not done yet. Vibration is energy. Vibration in sound in the body that we create ourselves, also directs energy. So we take that breath in, same directing hand posture. Some people call these mudras. I just like to call them hand postures. And your body posture with shoulders down, spine erect, apple under your chin, just like you're lifting weights. We're going to access the root sacral energy processing center. Some people call these chakras. And the sound for that is lam, lam. And the vibration in your body is what vibrates the cells and reminds them that they are just receptors and conduits for source light energy. So breathe in through your nose. Long. Incorporate the two now. We're directing the consciousness light to the toes or to whatever body part you decide. For Brooke, it's the toes. Breathe in. Long. And a variation that some people find pleasing is lama, 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 lam. Lama, 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 lam. Lama, 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 lam. And one last, and this time really hold the at the end as a resonant tuning sound. Let it resonate at the tuning frequency of the body right now. Lama, 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 lam. Direct the attention to the area of your body. And I can't help but feel good. I want to do one more. So breathe in. Lama, 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 lam. When you're ready, you're going to rub your hands together again. Rub your face again. Rub your ears again. Reach up and ah. I felt such a tingle when I was doing the resonant sound, the resonant vibration. I'm sure there's a technical word for it, but when you vibrate and just allow that to follow whatever rhythm your body gives it, that was when I felt really like warm and tingly, and my toes are tingling. Everything's tingling. What did you experience, Brooke?
So my hands are still like
Tingly?
intensely. My hands are big conductors. Even partway through, I went to like open them and I couldn't open my fingers. It was like so intensely coming out. It felt like Ghostbuster, like when they're like shooting from, but in a good way, but like from them to my foot. I could just like focus it on.
Yeah.
I what I felt, and because I have Claire, I can see them. So there's a few ways that I experienced that. So it started small, like I could feel it around it, and I could see like it light up in the middle as everyone is redirecting. Um, then it slowly spread through the four of my toes, down my foot. It went up the left side of my leg, through my knee, up to my hip. Um, it just got brighter and brighter and brighter and tinglier. Like at this point, the pain that I was feeling before we started is like now I just feel that tingly in my foot. I don't feel pain as I did at all. Like it's a much different feeling in my foot at this point, even on the ball of my foot, which I've always been very aware of the swelling and the pain on the back of it. Even now, it's like I can run my other foot along it, which I could not have done before at all. Like it's
You respond to this very well because you're low of conscious awareness. Some people that they would not have as strong of a tingle.
and
I'm
I
curious.
have been doing this like I don't know for years too, and so I'm very used to the tingle. I have very strong. I can sense
I
it very, very well.
love the tingle, and
Yeah.
now we're going to align your language with the tingle, and the language is I'm sending energy to my heel, my toes, my foot. I am aligning with my healthy self. And we're not going to label things like pain, broken, hurt. We're not going to label it healed or good or bad. We're just going to keep aligning with the energy of conscious source truth, aligning with your foot and every part of your body, and just keep welcoming and inviting that in. We have it says, give me 5 book review and author. I'm not sure what your name is. I think that might be, if I'm guessing, and if I guess wrong, forgive me. I think it might be Elizabeth, maybe. If not, someone. If you put your first name in, but I will share it there on the. Oh man, she's really got some good. I'm gonna show it on the stream. Hopefully, you guys can see it. Some really good comments, and you may have felt it more because she was sending you. Are you guys able to see it?
I'm trying, bro.
I'm like trying to not get too close to the camera.
Yeah.
Yep, it's her.
Yep. Elizabeth O'Carroll.
Welcome. Okay. Yes. So check that out. The body is
Well,
amazing.
I got some. You said I could respond.
Yeah, I know Josh has. I could feel it, and I could tell. I'm like Josh.
Let me go through Elizabeth first. What you focus on expands the energetic flow. You guys can see this, right? And analogous to your thoughts right now are the Dharma in your energetic garden that will grow in your karma reality. She's using some very Eastern language there, but all very aligned. Yes, I agree. I love you blowing up the chat, girl. I sent you my consciousness energy, Brooke.
Yeah.
Your toe is healed, I believe. Oh, I love that. I would encourage you not to label your toe as anything but your toe that's now connected with source light health.
Mm-hmm.
That's our thinking mind that wants to label it good or bad, healed or broken. It's source is just doesn't have those words for it. That's our human mind that wants to do it. Clairvoyance. Elizabeth's here. I have a feeling Elizabeth will be joining our core of champions soon, our League of Champions.
I've got something to say because I wrote
Josh,
notes.
no, we all are so excited to hear what you're going to say.
Wrote notes.
Josh is going to blow up the chat now.
The stage is all yours, sir. And Elizabeth, thank you. I love you for your comments. Thank you. You're not blowing up the chat. We want your chat. We love it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
100%.
sir.
The only thing I've got to say is because my little note thing was, and I don't get this part, but why would you not want to label and be very specific on what your fucking problem is so that you know where to put the energy to fix it? You know?
The moment you are you ready for an answer?
Yeah, yeah.
The moment you give attention to the problem, you're magnifying the problem and creating more of the same.
Huh.
Consciousness energy goes where you direct attention to. That's what you're saying to the universe. I want more of that.
Do you not tell the universe every day, I want more money, I want more opportunity, I want, I want more things, I want love, I want life, I want all of these things to happen. So why wouldn't you put it right to the freaking problem and say, hey, look, I've got a problem here. Please, universe, fix this specific problem.
Love this question. The universe already knows what I want. It already knows what you want. You already sent it up. But by saying I want more, you are sending a frequency vibration of lack, not having it.
Okay.
It already knows you want it. You already shot that message up a while ago.
Yeah, but I think you need to.
Wouldn't that go the same for abundance then? If you were like, I want more money, the universe knows you want more money, so we don't need to say it over and over. Is what I'm thinking Josh is saying, right? Like, if you don't have to say it to your toe over and over, why do we keep saying I want an abundance? I'm circling the money, I'm cycling it. If
correct,
you don't want to say we're bringing healing, wouldn't that be the same as saying I'm bringing in abundance?
I want to be happy. Well, what's fucking happiness? What would make you happy? Like, wouldn't you put that specific thing in line?
I would never, ever tell someone, advise someone, suggest that they say, I want healing or I want to be happy. I would suggest that they align with their intention of that feeling of pleasantness, joy, happiness, and that vibration of your feeling aligns you with the universe has already prepared for you.
But if I'm gonna drive down the road and I'm gonna go to California, and I come out to my driveway and I turn right, or if I go, right instead of left, I'm not going that direction. So I at least need to put the universe or whatever's out there into moving in towards that direction.
100%. Yeah, definitely do that. Aligned action doesn't require you to label anything. It just means you're aligning with the intuitive or logical direction of action to take.
So here's a question though. What if, so with my toe, had a brain fart. Awesomeness. Hold on. Yes. So we were saying,
what if you got cancer and you don't even know about it yet, and all you're doing is
right? I remember. Because
oh,
words are so powerful. Though our words are so powerful, like, and so wouldn't, even in the process of, until it's fully back to aligned with my absolute healing self, wouldn't, anytime it came and me saying, no, we loved you, we brought that in, and me reassuring, like, nope, you're not that anymore, you're this. But don't words add strength to that intent when we combine them in the right way?
100%. So you need to put it and zero in on it, right?
Only it's like the same as like the money. And when I'm like, I will bring in abundance. I'm gonna bring in, money. Circle that money. I think it, but I also speak it. I speak in that language of it is present, even though it's aligning with me. I speak it as if it's present to add strength to me, my intent in inviting it in.
Right.
This is a great topic.
What I got is, what is abundance? Because I know when there was a time.
Hold on, we're switching topics.
Yeah, we're switching
on the same topic. Let's stay on the same topic. The words, first off, the words don't matter a damn bit. It's the feeling that accompanies the words. That's why affirmations, I'm abundant, I'm rich, don't matter unless you're feeling a higher vibration.
That's what I mean. Is if it goes both, but when you combine the two, isn't that like
100%?
So, but if I'm feeling it and I verbal, like, those combined, I agree. One without the other, like, words are pointless unless there's the igniting in, the inviting in as well, the energy. But when you put both of them together, it's almost like.
And if you think about healed and unhealed, those are just two sides of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's never all the way healed or unhealed. It's always somewhere in the middle. It's a law of polarity. So wherever it is on that spectrum is great as long as you're sending love and connection with that. And with
Yes.
with abundance, like we're not all the way abundant or not abundant. We're always somewhere in the middle. So it's not really logical to say I'm abundant because really, compared to what? It's a relative term. So it's the feeling of abundance that aligns us with source to create the opportunities and to align with that version of us. Words without feeling are useless when it comes to aligning with your true self.
Yes, you absolutely, I agree. You need both, but even the vocal of for the root, that's still aligning like a word or a sound
100%.
with
The vibration
intent.
matters.
So both, like, but when we speak too, that's a vibration, that's a frequency as well. And
Well,
when we put that out,
shine out to the whole world and everybody can see it, you know. But if you take a laser beam and shine it into one specific small little spot, you're going
Like
to
we
take
just did.
that amount of energy and light it on fire.
Yes, that's what we just did.
yeah. I can still feel it, like it's like the sun. I know that sounds weird. It's like the sun, though. It's just like,
Josh,
So
you have this interesting
I
tendency
really
to
think that you need
to think you're disagreeing, but you're really completely agreeing with different words.
Yeah, Thomas, same way you and I have done. So
No,
I have
that's-
brain matter and heart matter, you know, and then the co-sealing thing that you was talking about.
Oh, the heart matter, the brain, heart, gut coherence.
Yeah, when did my heart get matter? Because I only know brain matter. It's kind
What
of
do you
gray,
mean when did your heart get matter? Your heart's an organ. It's completely matter.
but there's brain matter, and yeah. So is what I'm getting at. The brain has so many cells and um, connections, and it runs off energy and electricity, right? And once energy actually never dies. It always stays the same. Now your heart is just nothing more than a muscle, so we can work out and make that better, you know. So where does our brain come from? That and our brain tells our heart to keep pumping and keep doing its thing. And, so our heart thing goes to our brain, and if we are just energy through the universe, then our heart's nothing different than our, you know, abs, you know, or our liver, you know. But the matter, the electricity runs through our brain.
I'm going to invite you to Google this while I'm talking, so there's no doubt in your logical brain of what I'm going to tell you.
You know me, I'm a logical person, but I can't. I got you on my phone, and I'll screw it all up.
All right. The good news about this is it's all completely verified by easy science, by MCGs. Your brain is creating an electromagnetic field with the electrons and the neurons and so forth. Your heart also has neurons and electrons and also creates a magnetic field. In fact, I'm gonna cite this and check my notes right here. The magnetic field, the heart magnetic cardiogram signals are usually tens to hundreds of PT near the chest, where brain signals are typically tens to hundreds of about. So the heart is actually putting out more electromagnetic energy than the brain. The heart is talking to the brain more than the brain is talking to the heart.
So then we could say that the heart is the nuclear reactor inside our body that is making the electrons in the brain.
Nope. The heart does not create the energy. The heart transmits the energy. The energy is flowing in through our consciousness breath. Every time we breathe, we're breathing in consciousness energy, and it circulates through the heart, and the heart sends messages up to the brain. That's why when you get a gut feeling something's going wrong, and you send it up to your brain, and your brain has to decide to listen to that gut feeling or not. But there's
brain
more.
adds the logic side as opposed to the Often the other side, I find that my heart does something, but my brain kind of checks it. It's like, hey, do we have any past experiences? Do we have any this? What do we want to add to it in this logical side? And when I combine them, I make a much more balanced decision that has logic, but has that gut intuition and that feeling of this feels different, despite that my brain says this should be a safe situation. Part of me goes, run like hell. And so sometimes they don't align. Sometimes you got to trust one over the other. But when you use both, I find you get a lot more balance of a decision. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Your brain is where free will exists.
Mm-hmm.
Your heart and your gut is where you act. Your heart is where you access the emotional, energetic systems, and your gut also has electrons, and it has billions of these microbacteria that no one knows where they came from that accesses information. So now we have 3 different brains.
Yeah.
And then you have your nervous system, is where all the emotions come from, which is made of neurons.
How do they communicate? Because look, this is my next note. And
it's backwards. It's really hard
I know
to read.
you can't,
Hold on.
but it's Tesla and sound waves.
That's why I was like, Tesla.
Tesla.
So sound waves are just
sound wave work within all of that to tie it together.
So a sound wave you can hear with your ears, and it travels at a lower vibration frequency than electromagnetic waves. So when you go into, if you get around someone and you get within, I don't know,
I got
6
a bad
8
vibe.
feet of them, you can feel their vibe, and that's their electromagnetic energy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's science beyond. That's even a layer below. This electromagnetic is below quantum science, below consciousness. But now we're taking consciousness in, and as we have a human experience, we're permeating electromagnetic energy that people can feel. But when you get this idea that no one else has ever had, and it's like this insight, that is a download from source intelligence. When you get this premonition to do something completely different than the way you normally do it, that is from your true self blueprint. That's your calling. That's the thing saying, hey, Josh, do this. Hey, Brooke, do this. And you're like, oh, you ignore it because your logical brain says, no, no, no. That's the layer above electromagnetic, above radiation. This is the fun stuff.
Best thing is that having this conversation. I mean, we got 5 minutes left in this.
Oh, and you know what? And our girl Elizabeth has got some more stuff. Okay, she even called you out. She's talking to you. I'll let you know.
Okay,
right.
Good.
So she's, because you're right about everything, and the fact that you're bringing this up, that means that someone may expand their awareness just slightly so they can access their true self. First, yippee for you feeling good, Brooke. Second, so Josh, can you focus your energy on the vision of what you want to expand? Your heart is the brain of the emotions. Elizabeth, Elizabeth, you're right. Okay, let's see what else. Elizabeth is sharing with us. The Heart Math Institute and NLP with Dr. Joe Dispenza. Josh will bring the logical science to you. Yes, I mean, it's this is all very, very verified across the board by many different scientists and doctors.
I'm not agreeing with any of this. Yeah.
What on earth will it take? Discusses the Earth, Tesla, a bunch of things. Amazing documentary. I love Tesla, by the way. I love him. I love him, love him, love him. All right, let's see what the next one is. Oh yeah, that was the last one. Come on, give us some more. So Josh, you're awesome. I love these conversations because everybody has these conversations or these blocks to accessing source consciousness. And my purpose on this planet, and I will let you finish it off, is to help people expand their awareness, which is a product of mind, so they can access their true source self, which when they do that, the abundance, the happiness, the joy, the biggest one I've experienced is peace of presence. Like, I've never been this peaceful and content in my entire life, ever. And it's like, today I worked feverishly on a project, and I woke up and I looked up and I go, oh my God, all this time is done. And I wasn't worried about time. I wasn't worried about getting things. I just was flowing with it. And it felt amazing. And it's just because I've got my thinking mind programs to go way on the back burner. But I was one of those people that knew this stuff for the last 5 to 10 years. It wasn't until the last 2 years that I put action steps into place to actually embody it on a moment-to-moment daily basis. So this is all great information. It's the act of embodying it, aligning with it, integrating it in your day-to-day actions. That's where we raise our consciousness, impact our own lives and the lives of many others through that.
All right.
Before Josh finishes off, do you have anything you want to add, Brooke?
I completely just curled my toes down, which I have not done since Saturday. Like, I haven't been able to move them without intense pain since Saturday, and I just curled them down, which is wonderful.
So I'm going to teach you some way to use words and to use excitement and emotion.
Right. I used the old words. I did.
No, but I'm going to teach you something to do on this. Go on, I call them an alignment burst. Go, I love when my toes feel good. I love when I feel, you can use healed if you want. I love when I feel healed. Oh, I love it when I can walk on this. Oh my God, I love my healed body. I love my healthy body. I'm so excited about the way my body feels. I love the way this feels. Point your tingle, and reinforce that into your subconscious and your nervous system.
Absolutely.
But that's when we use our words, and we're like a cheerleader.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is when we add that, it's like anytime it starts, I'm like, I love that I healed you. I love that I do. I want to say thank you also to Josh and everyone else who helped, and to you, Dr. Tom, and all the energy and showing up. This has been an absolute wonderful conversation and a wonderful experience that I'm very grateful for.
You got it. So I got a couple things here before I finish up. So, basically, am I wrong in my beliefs? Are you wrong in your beliefs? Right? Are your beliefs wrong? And I want to say no. Let's not forget that. No, they're not wrong. Right? Because your beliefs are your beliefs. That's you and your path. And but we can grow, and our beliefs can monitor and go to somewhere else. You know? So they're not wrong. No, I don't care what belief you have, because I'm not right. Tom's not right. You're not right. We all have our own path.
There is no right or wrong. It is our thinking that makes it so.
We'll agree with you upon that.
1 second.
That guy that showed up at kids' church the other day, yeah, that motherfucker was wrong. You know, that was wrong.
Okay. Here's how you can tell if your beliefs are aligned or not. If you don't have the life you want and know you're capable of living right now, either your beliefs or your habits are out of alignment with your true desire.
Yeah.
Does that make them wrong? No. It makes them out of alignment.
The last thing I'm going to leave you with is a question you can ask yourself is, so am I here as a test?
I have the answer now.
That's your answer. I think we just leave it alone at that and call it a night.
We are all here to experience.
Is it a test?
Every day you get to experience through experiment.
See, and that's where words change, right? Some people might phrase it as a test. Some people might phrase it as like, obstacles or things we overcome. Or to me, again, it's all, one thing I love is talking to so many different people and seeing how they phrase things. And I'm like, oh, okay, so you phrase it like that and you phrase it like that. And then we all have different experiences and different perspectives. And the more I talk, the broader mine gets, because I get to experience others as they share it. And I go, well, I didn't have to live that now. I got to experience it through you, and you being willing to share and open that up with me.
And then there's probably a very, very small percentage of us that are even willing to have the conversation.
1% of the world.
It's growing. It's awesome. Let's speak it how we want it. It's growing. And this right here is starting more of it. because we're showing them it's possible. when
Oh, that's what I see. I love things that
Starting
feel
it.
good and true. When it feels good and true, it just vibrates. And I will share my
Abundance.
perspective that Josh is right, Brooke is right, everyone's right. It's just a matter of aligning with that. So you are actually sharing this good vibration feeling with others. And let's just say we all have a soul.
Yeah.
Our soul needs a human body. And our soul just wants to expand, to experience, experiment, and to
Connect.
interact.
We're
And
just
it
all
needs a human body to do it.
laptop. Yeah. But these last two questions came from Ashley. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I gotta let you guys go. We're gonna eat supper and hopefully we'll see everybody next week.
Thank you for the questions, Ashley. Thank you, Brooke, for your questions. Thank you, Elizabeth, for yours. And Josh, always thank you for your experimental questions, experiment experience, and for showing a different viewpoint that is awesome. Love it.
Yep. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thank
And
you.
Elizabeth, a big thank you to you for not only attending, but participating, girl. Because I agree with Brooke. I feel it. I feel it coming on. The more of us that participate, the better. So, and let's have a little happy dancing. Brooke, join me.
Abundance.
Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Let the energy flow. All right.
Abundance.
And great for that good feeling toe. We'll see y'all next time.
Thank you.